Well, hello everyone, anyone. I'm sorry I've been missing in action for quite some time. I really do want to apologize about that. And today I decided that I wanted to talk about a subject that, like we all know about sunscreens, but is this something us black people or brown people should worry about? Because I mean, we all know that we can get sunburn and somewhat, but because of the fact that we're darker and we have this natural SPF protecting us, do we really need to go out and purchase sunscreen and use it on a daily, like really people who are white and really pale that can easily be burned by the sun? So anyways, this is going to be the topic for today. And I hope you all learned something, because I sure did. In any case, sorry about that. In any case, I know that growing up, I didn't really see black people applying too much sunscreen unless they were going to the beach, because we don't seem to be really affected by the sun like some really, really pale skins. And another thing, I find that marketing has also helped us to believe that we don't need sunscreen, because most of the advertising and the packaging was targeting like white folks. And another thing is, being black and all, we don't hear often us getting skin cancer. Even physicians will agree that there are fewer cases of dark-skinned people getting cancer. So all that combined, we all think, we all think that we don't really need to have skincare in, our skincare regimen. So anyways, I wanted to address these little issues. And so one thing is, yes, it's true that we have natural SPF in our skin, but it has been studied. I was always curious as to how much does our skin really protect us from the sun, and some data came out about that, and it showed that, let's say, because black is like, it has a wide range of different colors, from really, really pale blacks to really, really dark blacks. And so if you're in the really, really dark, then you would have a natural SPF that is 13. But the thing is, dermatologists, they recommend that we all use 30 SPF minimum to protect ourselves from the sun. So that means this a natural 13 that you would have if you were really dark skinned is not even the minimum recommended by dermatologists. So you can forget about it. If you are even lighter skin tone than really, really dark, that means your SPF is not that high. So what happens is, like, the sun has harmful UV rays. And so the main ones that we are concerned about are the UVBs and the UVAs. I know that for myself, if I go into the sun and I'm not wearing any protection, I burn really, really easy. So that's UVB. If it's an easier way to remember it, the B can easily stand for burn. So that's the first layer of skin. It will burn if you expose it to the sun too long. And so you need sunscreen that's going to protect you against the UVB rays, definitely, if you don't want to burn. And the UVAs, the A can easily stand for aging. So the sun will penetrate deeper, and that's the UVA rays, and that will cause premature aging and wrinkling and lead to cancer if you're not protecting your skin against the UVAs as well. So when you are shopping for sunscreen, you need to find a brand that talks about like broad spectrum, so you know that you're covered for both those harmful UVB and UVA rays. I know some people are maybe concerned that you need to expose your skin to the sun with no protection if you want to absorb vitamin D, but that's not how it works. I mean, the sunscreen will protect you against the harmful UV rays, not the good. So you're still getting your vitamin D even if you have your sunscreen on, so not to worry about that. I know in one of my YouTube videos I was showcasing this brand that I purchased because I really wanted to give it a try, because if you know anything about me, I'm really into clean beauty, and so I like the fact that Derma E, the brand, they were free of toxins, so that's really something that I was like really excited about. But the thing is, this summer I haven't really used this formula at all. If I did, it was probably on my feet because I really hate it when you wear sandals, you go into the sun, and then you have the lines from your sandals, and me being black, it takes like the whole winter for it to fade off. So then if you wear other types of shoes, then you have this tan lines on your feet, so I don't care for it. So I always like put sunscreen protection on my feet just to make sure I don't end up with this little problem. But yeah, the Derma E, yes, it's true that it's free of toxin and everything, and they use non-nano mineral zinc oxide, which is really good for the environment, because that is not the type of zinc oxide that's going to cause problem to sea life. A lot of like chemical sunscreens have ingredients that will either pollute the environment or be endocrine disruptors, and endocrine disruptors just mess up, they play around with your hormones and can lead to other illnesses. And so for me, I don't go for the chemical sunscreens anymore, but I used to for a long time, not knowing what I was pumping into my system. So the difference between physical sunscreens or mineral sunscreen and the chemical sunscreen is that the mineral sunscreen will use things that will sit on your skin and bounce off the rays when it hits, so it deflects. And the chemical sunscreen, like I said, it will use like, I didn't say that though actually, they use ingredients like oxybenzone, avobenzone, and those chemicals will be sort of like reacting with the UVA rays that will penetrate the skin and just like destroy them, or just make them harmless. But in the meanwhile, like I said, it's possibly polluting and also causing problems when it comes to hormones by being endocrine disruptors. And so should black people wear sunscreen? Well, the fact that we don't have enough SPF naturally on our skin should say yes. Do black people should wear sunscreen when we don't really are concerned about skin cancer? Yes, because the thing is with dark-skinned people and skin cancer, even though we don't have as much instances, as much cases, the thing is when we do get the skin cancer, we are 1.5 times more likely to die from skin cancer than white people. And why is that, But the main reason is that I guess we're not so educated as when it comes to diagnosing the fact that we may have the skin cancer. And so by the time we go to the doctor with the problem, it is too advanced to do anything about it. And this is why we end up dying more from it, 1.5 times, almost 2 times more than white people when we do get the skin cancer. And so with that, yes, I would say that nobody is immune from getting skin cancer. So you should prevent this kind of problem as much as you possibly can. Another thing that sunscreen is really, I feel it should be added to our regimen when we're dark, is the hyperpigmentation that we often suffer from. Let's say I get a pimple, by the time it fades, it will leave like a dark spot. And other people, it's more pronounced. And what happens is when you get into the sun, when you have like dark spots, the sun will just make the dark spots worse, because when we tan, it is the way the skin defends itself against the sun. And so we may think tanning is a great thing, but in fact what it's doing is like trying to protect itself. And so when we have hyperpigmentation, discoloration, and then we don't put the sunscreen on, well, we're just worsening the spots, we're making them darker. So by using the sunscreen, you're actually giving yourself a chance for your spots to fade. So yes, those are the few reasons why you should definitely add sunscreen to your daily regimen. I know that summer is almost over, like we are September, almost mid-September. I can't believe it, how time flew by. And so with summer almost finishing, it doesn't mean that we should stop using the sunscreen, because sun is around all year long. And even if you're just running errands, you're in and out of your car, you're in the sun anyways. So you should have something on your skin to protect it. It is recommended that we reapply every 2 hours, depending on how long you're going to be outside. And so this is the reason why with the Derma E, I wasn't inclined to use it on my face, because it's just, it leaves a white cast. It's not designed for dark skinned people, because we look like, you know, corpse in a casket. It's just not a clean look for us. And so this summer, what I've been doing instead was using, you know, plant-based stuff to protect my skin. So one thing I discovered was raspberry seed oil. Raspberry seed oil, not to be confused with the essential oil. And that one has an SPF ranging between 28 and 50. And so that's really good protection, but that protection, that SPF, is for UVB rays. When it comes to UVA rays, it has an SPF of about 8. So that's not sufficient. If you're gonna use it to avoid sunburn, it's excellent. It's really giving you excellent protection, but the UVAs, you also have to protect yourself against that. It's not high enough. So some oils that are really good at protecting over the UVA rays are things like grapeseed oil, wheat germ oil, and also almond oil. So if you mix these things like equal parts together, you will have like a sun protection that is natural, and it's not going to pollute the environment, and it's gonna like bring so much benefits to your skin, because they are rich in antioxidants and vitamin A, vitamin E. They help you with the elasticity of your skin. They help fight wrinkles. If you have eczema or psoriasis, these oils are really going to contribute to helping you with these problems. And they're also excellent for stretch marks. Us women, we get those. And so yeah, I find that adding raspberry seed oil is a plus to our regimen when it comes to sun protection and other things, other benefits that you can also go and Google online, and you'll find these informations. So in a nutshell, should Black people wear sunscreen? Yes, definitely we should wear sunscreen. We shouldn't act like we are immune to skin cancer, because no one is immune to skin cancer. If we can prevent something, it's always better than having to, cure. Sometimes you can't find a cure in time, and like I said, like we're more likely to die from skin cancer when we do get it, because it's diagnosed late in our case, and by that time it's in its advanced stages, and not much can be done about it. So I hope that this little tutorial on sunscreen has been beneficial to all of us. So go ahead, purchase yourself some sunscreen. Obviously me, I'm going to recommend things that are non-toxic, and good for the environment. So like I said, Derma E, I don't find Derma E is good for dark skin. I believe that I seen online another brand called Versed, and I have ordered myself that one in order to try it, because what I've seen online is like it seems to really melt into the skin without leaving a white cast on the dark skin people. So that's like excellent. If you don't want to mix those oils I mentioned earlier by yourself, there is this brand. What's this brand called? I think I have the note. I think it's called Sun Serum by L'Oreal Whole Plant Organic. And so that formula has a large variety of different oils that will help protect against the sun, and it's a high-end product. So the reviews on that are really, really good. Another thing that is also natural that can be used is something called facial lotion by Aina. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. I'm not too sure. But those products, I would die to try them out, because clean products and natural, that's the kind of thing I go for. And so, like I said, the chemical sunscreen that melt into the skin, that goes on seamlessly, can cause problems to the environment and also to your health. So choose wisely your sunscreen, and I hope this little tutorial was very useful and helpful, and I will see you in my next one. I hope that will be more consistent with posting and giving you tips that will help the environment, help your health, and put a smile on your face. All right, so it's getting pretty late. I'm gonna wish everyone a really, really good night, nice evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.